Hi there, time travelers. Welcome to Cora's Crafty Creations. Today we will be traveling to prehistoric times. See all the dinosaurs and the cavemen? So today we will be making a clay fossil imprint. You'll need the craft kit, which should be dropped off at your door, and that's all we're going to need this week. Pretty easy craft, pretty fun to make. So inside the bag this week we've got our handy dandy instructions, a bag of air dry clay, should be pretty squishy, and then we should also have a seashell. Some of you guys may have a piece of barnacle or coral or even a shark tooth or starfish. It all depends on what kit you get. Mine's got a seashell here. So now that we've got all our supplies out, let's read over our instructions. So it says we're going to pull the clay from the bag. It says it might be stiff. Clay, air dry clay can be a little hard when you first start working with it. This stuff seems pretty squishy right now, but if it's a little hard, you're just going to work it with your hands to make it a little soft. So we'll play with that a bit to make it a little more workable. Just play with it in your hands. We're going to make it really soft by just squeezing it. Perfect. Once your clay is completely soft, because I don't know if you guys will have a little harder once you get it, we're going to roll it up into a ball, and we're going to flatten it. If you guys have a rolling pin or a plastic cup, don't use glass, or something circle that's plastic that you don't mind getting dirty, or that your parents don't mind you getting dirty, we can use that to flatten it. Today I'm just going to use my hand because that's okay, I don't mind getting my hand dirty. So we'll flatten that. If you've got a rolling pin, it'll be much easier and much quicker. Now you don't want your clay to be too thin to work with. You want it to be about a 1/4 inch thick. So that should be good. And then we're going to take our shell. We're going to guesstimate how much room we're going to need. Estimate, not guesstimate. So I got a little shell, so I'm not going to need all of this. So I'm actually going to rip my clay in half. There we go. And then I'm going to roll that back up and flatten it once again. That way it's a little more even. There we go. So we got that flattened. And then we'll take our shell and we're just going to press that in to make an imprint. Don't press too hard that you break your shell. There we go. And we'll pull that up. We've got a seashell fossil. If you guys have extra clay, you can fool around with your fossil, press it different ways, or you can even make a fossil of you. So with your other piece of clay, you can roll that back up into a ball, and we can either use this or another rock, or if you go outside and get a leaf, we can make an imprint with that. But today I'm just going to make an imprint of me. I'm going to take my thumb, and I'm going to push that into my ball. There we go. And then I've got my thumbprint. Forever now. Fossilized thumbprints. So once you're done making your fossils, we're just going to take that air dry clay. We're going to set it aside. It's going to take, depending how thick you made it, it's going to take a few days to dry. On average, I would leave it for 3 days before playing with it. That way you can ensure it's completely dry, because if it's all floppy like this, it's just going to break and crack, and you don't want that. So we'll let that dry completely. In a few days once it's dry, if you have paint at home, you can feel free to paint your fossils up. Nail polish also works really good. Yeah, nail polish, paint. If you have markers, you can even decorate it like that, or you can just leave it as it is and let it dry, and you'll have these beautiful fossil imprints. I hope everybody has a blast making their craft, and I can't wait to see all the pictures. Have fun, guys!